Come back stronger. Life has a way of testing us in ways we never expect. One moment, you're on top of the world, feeling like you've finally figured things out, and then suddenly, everything collapses. It could be a career setback, a broken relationship, a personal failure, or a dream that didn't come true. The fall is painful, and the impact leaves you breathless. It feels like you've lost control, like everything you've worked for has slipped through your fingers. The weight of disappointment settles in, and you begin to question if you'll ever find your way back. Falling is a universal experience. Everyone faces setbacks at some point, but when it happens to you, it feels personal. It feels like you've failed not just at a task, but as a person. The hardest part isn't the fall itself, it's the aftermath. The silence after the crash. The emptiness where hope used to be. You start wondering if you're even capable of rising again. But here's what you need to know, the fall is not the end of your story. It's a pivotal chapter, the turning point where you have to decide whether to stay down or fight back. Falling isn't failure, it's an invitation to rebuild, to redefine yourself. The people who rise after falling are not the ones who never fail, they're the ones who refuse to let failure define them. The fall strips away your illusions. It forces you to confront your weaknesses and see yourself clearly. It's painful, but it's necessary. Growth isn't born from success, it's born from discomfort. This moment of defeat is an opportunity to reset, to reflect, and to discover strength you didn't know you had. You may feel lost right now, but you are not broken. You are being shaped. The fall is showing you what's truly important. It's revealing your resilience. It's preparing you for a comeback that will be stronger than any success you've ever known. So take a breath, sit with the pain, accept the fall, because the rise is coming. Pain is unavoidable. When life knocks you down, the first instinct is to escape it, to distract yourself, to numb the ache with quick fixes, or to convince yourself that it didn't matter. But the truth is, the only way to heal is to face the pain head-on. Ignoring it doesn't make it go away, it buries it deeper, where it quietly eats away at your confidence and peace. You have to sit with the discomfort. Acknowledge the hurt, the disappointment, the anger. Let yourself feel it fully. It's not weakness to admit that you're struggling, it's strength. Too often, we associate strength with suppressing emotions, but true strength is the ability to face those emotions without running from them. Ask yourself the hard questions. Why does this hurt so much? What did I lose? What am I really afraid of? Facing pain forces you to confront uncomfortable truths, but in those truths lie the seeds of transformation. You'll start to see patterns, the ways you've held yourself back, the fears that have limited you, the mistakes that have taught you valuable lessons. Pain has a purpose. It reveals the cracks in your foundation so that you can rebuild it stronger. It strips away the ego and the illusions, leaving behind the raw version of yourself, the one that's ready to grow. Growth isn't comfortable, it's messy and difficult. But it's also where you find your true strength. This process takes time. There's no shortcut through pain. You have to sit with it, work through it, and eventually make peace with it. But once you do, you'll find clarity. You'll discover that the pain didn't break you, it sharpened you. It prepared you for the comeback that's waiting on the other side. Strength is not built in moments of comfort, it's built in struggle. When everything is easy, you have no reason to dig deep, to find out what you're truly capable of. But when life pushes you to your limits, when you're forced to fight for your progress, that's when you discover how strong you really are. Adversity has a way of exposing your core. It shows you where you're weak, but it also reveals where you're resilient. Every time you push through doubt, every time you refuse to quit, you're building mental and emotional strength. Struggle is not a sign that you're failing, it's proof that you're growing. Think about the athletes who train through injury, the entrepreneurs who rebuild after bankruptcy, the artists who keep creating after rejection. Their success isn't born from talent alone, it's built on persistence. Strength isn't about never falling, it's about learning to rise after you fall. You have to embrace the struggle. Stop viewing it as punishment, start seeing it as preparation. Every challenge is shaping you. Every setback is teaching you something valuable. The process is painful, but it's refining you. The strength you're building now will carry you through the victories ahead. Struggle is not the enemy, stagnation is. As long as you're fighting, you're progressing. Keep moving forward, even if it's slow. Keep showing up, even when it's hard. Strength isn't built in a single moment, it's forged over time, in the trenches of effort and persistence. Your comeback starts with your mindset. If you want to rise stronger, you need to change how you think about failure and success. Stop seeing setbacks as signs that you're not good enough, start seeing them as stepping stones toward greatness. You have to rewire your inner dialogue. When you fail, don't tell yourself you're not cut out for this, tell yourself you're learning. When you face rejection, don't think you're not worthy, remind yourself that you're being redirected toward something better. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you think like a winner, you'll start to act like one. Comebacks require courage, not just to take action, but to believe in yourself again. You have to let go of the fear of failing again. The past does not define your future unless you allow it to. Confidence isn't built by avoiding failure, it's built by surviving it and realizing you have the strength to keep going. Develop a comeback mindset by focusing on progress over perfection. Small wins matter. Every time you show up, every time you push past self-doubt, you are building momentum. Success isn't about never failing, it's about staying in the fight. Now is the time to rise. You've faced the pain. You've embraced the struggle. You've shifted your mindset. You are not the same person who fell. You are stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Comebacks are not about proving others wrong. They're about proving to yourself that you are capable of rising above the setbacks. You are no longer controlled by fear or doubt. You've already survived the worst, now you are ready to thrive. You will face new challenges, that's inevitable. But this time, you know how to handle them. You know that setbacks are not dead ends, they're opportunities to grow. You've built the strength to endure, the courage to keep going, and the mindset to turn obstacles into victories. This is your moment. Step into it with confidence. Own your story. You are not defined by the fall, you are defined by the rise. You've already proven you can survive, now it's time to win. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe for more motivational content. And if you know someone who needs a little extra push, make sure to share this with them, because everyone deserves a chance to make a strong comeback. Let's rise together.